My book is called Henry and Edsel by Richard Bach. Why to buy this book? Henry and Edsel is a book about a man that created the first assembly line manufactured car. This is a huge accomplishment for his time period. Readers like me will get out of this book the value of hard work and dedication that they can and will roll over into every component of their daily lives. Although Henry Ford had some major issues along the way, he always persevered and came out on top of whatever that issue was. This is what readers will learn as they read and complete this book, which they will take into their daily lives as I have in mine. Simile. Henry Ford was like the Bill Gates of cars. Henry Ford revolutionized car manufacturing and manufacturing in general with his assembly line, the way that Bill Gates revolutionized portable computers. This shows readers how that product can change the world and can show readers how that they maybe can create a product themselves that could change the world. Imagery. Henry Ford had many houses. The one that he liked the most was the Fairland estate, where he could wake up each morning and hear the birds chirping and see the sun breaking through the eastern sky. This imagery appeals to sight and sound. This also allows the readers to imagine what Henry Ford's idea of peace was like. This will help the readers feel the peace that Henry Ford did while also becoming immersed in the world of him, because this will enhance their mental capability by causing them to relive a day in the life of Henry Ford. Ethos. Henry Ford was one of the most trustworthy and dedicated men toward his employees. This appeals to ethos because it shows how credible that Henry Ford is and how he should be trusted. This shows readers how that trust is a valuable characteristic, as explained by the Forsyth County Learner Profile, that should be practiced every day. Symbolism. Henry Ford believed strongly in the red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue stand for the United States of America. This shows how readers how much of a patriot that Henry Ford was, and maybe will convince them to become a patriot by reading this book. Pathos. Henry Ford worked so hard and so long that he came home every day exhausted and drained, but that did not stop him from being a family man and putting them first. This appeals to pathos because it shows how selfless that Henry Ford was and how, even though being exhausted, he still never made that get in the way of being a father and a husband. This shows readers how valuable that family is and how to strive to be a family man like Henry Ford was. Logos. Henry Ford revolutionized the way that car manufacturing and industry was ran. Only 10 cars would be produced before the assembly line. Now 200 cars could be produced every day. This appeals to Logos because it shows how much Henry Ford's invention changed the face of industry by providing specific data values. This shows readers how much that people believed in Ford and his products and how a simple product could change the world, as expressed by the Forsyth County Learner Profile. Personification. The Model T became the car that won the wallets of the farmers of America. This is personification because the car cannot win anything because it is not human. This personification shows how popular that the Model T was. Even farmers with hardly any money in their back pocket could still buy the car because it was so cheap yet so dependable. This shows readers how that simple yet dependable product could change the face of the world forever. Repetition. Henry Ford worked every day. Henry Ford worked the hardest out of any man in his factory. Henry Ford worked. The words Henry Ford worked are repeated every sentence. This shows how hard he worked and shows readers how hard working will get you in life, as explained by the Forsyth County Learner Profile. Hyperbole. Henry Ford made at least 1 billion cars in his lifetime. Although Henry Ford made a lot of cars, he never did make 1 billion. This shows readers how that a single person can create a product that will revolutionize the world. This could inspire the reader to create a product that could change the world, or something as simple as helping somebody out in a big way that Henry Ford did. Illusion. Henry Ford's monotonous cars were his Achilles heel that eventually led to the downfall from the #1 spot of the top car sellers when compared to Chevrolet's and General Motors' various colorful automobiles. Achilles heel is an allusion of the work of Homer's The Iliad, which tells the story of Achilles heel, which everyone knows. While reading this, readers will get the feeling that Henry Ford was not all for the advancement or competition. This will make the readers feel a sense of dislike, which will make them not want to make anything dull or depressing, which will help them improve their certain skills, as expressed by the Forsyth County Learner Profile. Synecdoche. Henry Ford invented a new pair of wheels. This is a synecdoche because the pair of wheels is a part of a whole referring to the wheel in the car. This shows students how a wheel, something small, can relate to something bigger like a car, and that no matter how small something is, it could depend on the well-being of something bigger. The relevance of this book. Readers like me will see the values of hard work, determination, and dedication as expressed by the Forsyth County Linkers Profile. By reading this book, readers will carry over these values into their everyday lives and help improve the world that we live in, like Henry Ford did. Henry Ford also encountered many issues throughout his life and bounced back from all of them by finding the most efficient solution to that specific issue. Readers will learn to deal with these issues in a similar way that Henry Ford did, which will make them better citizens in our community component. Thank you for watching.